Hey, what's good YouTube? It is your boy Fourth and Gold, and I am back again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the Week 1 matchups, man, or some of the key highlights that I was paying attention to all week or all Sunday. First things first, do not overreact. Okay, I know Joe Burrow and the Browns. That game was crazy. I know the Cowboys and Giants, and it was a couple other games that people were like overreacting. Do not overreact. It is week 1, not week 12, 13, or not even week 6. It's week 1. Calm down, okay? But on a serious note, I did not watch every single game. First off, I was at work during the 1 o'clock game, so I couldn't watch those. I mean, I got off like at 3, so I watched about the fourth quarters of some of the games. But I did watch all the 4 p.m. or on like the little red zone, the little split screen stuff, and then I obviously watched the Cowboys. I talked about my last video, but I did not watch the Jets and Bills. I fell asleep very early, had to be up for work, so yeah, I'm sorry I didn't watch that, but I did see the highlights. I did see A-Rod, and their season is going to be very interesting. I may talk about that in my next video or two. But no, on a let's get straight into the video again with my key highlights and stuff. Okay, the first game we're going to talk about, because I'm from Indy, and AR-15, AR-5, Anthony Richardson, he is a big talk of the town. We're going to talk about the Colts and Jaguars, and first things first, I fully expect the Jaguars to beat the Colts. I think the Jaguars are the best team in the AFC South. If you don't think so, you are delusional. Okay, and I'm really talking to Colts fans, because some Colts fans really do believe that, oh, it's the Jaguars, they just suck automatically, and it's like, yeah, in AR's first start, and he's playing a really good edge rushing duo in Trey Smith or Trey Walker and Josh Allen. You think he's gonna win that? And yeah, but AR, he did make some rookie mistakes. He almost poured it through, but again, I think he is a project quarterback. He has a massive frame. He has wheels. He has a strong arm. It just, can he put it together? Can he get his accuracy, stepping in the pocket, making the right reads and things like that? And I'm showing some highlights now. It was just some stuff. It was a bit questionable for me. Like, it was a pass, like he rolled out to the right, and he just threw it in like double coverage. And it's like, I get it. I think it was Mo Ali Cox or whoever he threw it to. Yes, I get he's a big body, but it's still double coverage. I don't think that was the right move. Just throw it out of bounds and you survive another down. Don't risk it too much. But defensively, for the Colts, we did not see the star or the future star. I'm hoping he's the future star because he's from Indy. Julius Brents, he did not play in week 1. It said a personal matter, so I don't know if he's going to play in week 2, if he's going to travel with the team. I didn't see him on the sidelines during the game, so I don't know that thing. Hopefully he gets better, get what he got to get taken care of, and gets on the field as soon as possible, because I'm very excited to see Julius Brent. He went to a local high school, and I remember seeing him in high school, so he was not dominant, he was just really good. So, but the second game in the 1 p.m. column, we got to talk about the Niners and the Steelers, man. Oh my gosh, I was at work like cheesing, and like I felt so embarrassed, because I think about 2 or 3 videos ago, I made that video about Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. How quarterbacks in their second years really do blow up, and a lot of potential, and potentially them putting it all together. And, the whole thing, and they flopped, man. He flopped. At one point, he had like -5 yards and like 3 completions, and Najee Harris didn't look good. But again, don't overreact. It's only week 1, not week 6, 12, 15, 17, 18. They still got 16 more games to play. But I do think, as a confidence booster, as a starting off with your strong foot, this is the complete opposite for Pittsburgh. San Francisco, they just dominated the entire game. Pat Pete looked like a burnt piece of toast, a burnt piece of bacon. Just burnt, man. Just sideline him immediately. But no, I mean, the Niners, they are still a scary force in the NFC. Them and the Cowboys, their defenses really did shine this week 1, and I do think that's something that we cannot just say overreact, because they dominated last year, and this year they're back on that same timing, on that demon timing. Now I will talk about the Titans and Saints, but just simply that was just a trash ball game, and everything else I didn't really pay attention to. But going to the 4 o'clock games, obviously my Eagles and Patriots, and we're going to talk about this classic of the Packers and Bears, man. Yeah, not the Rams and Seahawks or the who was it? The Dolphins and Chargers. Nah, these Bears and Packers. I was wrong about the Bears. Man, I thought Justin Fields he was going to get this #1 target, and DJ Moore have a lot of targets around him and just go crazy, right? And man, it was a complete opposite. We was watching it like a little four split thing on the little red zone or YouTube TV, and he just didn't look good. Like every pass, like he just didn't look good. He threw like 2 interceptions, and one interception, and that was by Quay Walker, Georgia legend. It was a pick 6. Justin Fields, I mean, the Bears running the ball, it just looked ferocious. Like, good lord. Like Herbert, he had 9 for 27. Johnson, he had 5 and 20. Yes, he had a touchdown, and then Foreman had 5 and 16. Justin Fields led them with 9 and 59. And then just a lot of the play calling just did not make any sense. And Justin Fields, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, those fraud allegations is looking really, really real. I don't know if you ask me, but the Packers, at the same time, the Packers very similar to AR. You played a elite defense in week 1 for the Packers. Like, the Packers are very, very, very good defensively. The Bears defensively let Jordan Love in his debut pretty much. I want to call this his debut, not the game versus the Chiefs. Was it the Chiefs? Yeah, the Chiefs, when he went over there and they just lost. I think him having a full offseason under his belt was really good for him. No A-Rod, no Devontae Adams, just him and the guys that was there. I think that was good. But he went crazy, man. He had 15 completions on 27 attempts, 245 and 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His bro was balling out, man. Aaron Jones, he carried somebody fancy team. He had 2 receptions, 86 yards, 1 touchdown, 9 rushing carries, 41 yards, and a touchdown. So 2 total touchdowns, about 38 yards total on like 11, carries, I guess you want to say, or attempts. So he went crazy. Sorry, I had a burp. I'm sorry. And then Romeo Doubs, he had 2 touchdowns. And so just overall, the Bears got dominated this entire game. That defense looked flabbergasted. I'm not going to lie. And I thought that, them adding some more pieces, they were going to be better. But they got toe up. I ain't going to lie to you. But before we get to the Eagles game, I do want to talk about actually the Dolphins and Chargers, even though I wasn't going to say it. I want to talk about Justin Herbert, because Justin Herbert, I still do love Justin Herbert. He was probably one of my favorite quarterbacks coming out that 2020 draft class when you had Joe Burrow, him himself, Justin Herbert. I don't know why I went blank. I think Mac Jones was in there. Was Mac Jones in there? I forgot. But yeah, I think Justin Herbert has like the best talent. But it's just like his team around him is like the defense gave up like 240 yards to Tyreek Hill. Don't get me wrong, Tyreek Hill, he's a phenomenal receiver. He's like top 3 still, but like the coach did not adjust. Like, you're still running single coverage on Tyreek Hill, and he already has 180, and then he's going to get you a 30-yard gain and then another 40-yard gain. And it's just like, bro, adjust. 466 yards for Tua. Don't get me wrong, Tua, he's a phenomenal quarterback. But, bro, like, you got to adjust. Mostert, he had about 10, 37 in touchdown. He did his little thing on the ground game. But I thought Jalen Waddle was going to get some more looks. Don't get me wrong, Tyreek Hill did his thing, but I thought they sort of gave too much of the pot to everybody else but Jalen Waddle. And I'm saying that because a buddy of mine, he had Jalen Waddle, and we thought that Jalen Waddle was gonna get some more looks because Tyreek Hill, they're gonna put a safety over there, or they're gonna somehow, some way double team Tyreek Hill, and they didn't. So that's a fail. I'm sorry. Going back to Justin Herbert though, I think Justin Herbert, man, like he's like, first off, he's in a really, really sticky situation. First off, you're in the same division as Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, so there's really no way that you can really win that division, not unless you ball out crazy, and you can, but the defense doesn't ball out. That's the problem. It's the defense. Like, they got talent everywhere defensively. From the front four with Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa on the edge, Sebastian Joseph Day from the Rams, like at nose tackle, he's really good or solid. Eric Kendricks, and I think don't tell me his name. I forgot his name. The other linebacker, and then the secondary. It has a lot of good players. Michael Davis at slot. You got Asante Samuel Jr. You got J.C. Jackson. You got Derwin James, who is clearly the best safety in the NFL, and you got like one or two other guys. And I think the coaching needs somehow, some way, just needs a rework for the defensive side. Like, because Justin Herbert, like, he's putting up 34, but the defense is also giving up 36, so that's a big issue. And in the wild card game, he does take some blame, but like Kellen Moore and the coaching staff did not, or was it Kellen Moore last year? I don't know. They did not adjust and like help him win the game. It was just wild. I think Justin Herbert, man, he's in a really sticky situation. Hey, man, but finally, we going to my Eagles, man. We got the dub. We got the dub. 1-0, you know what I'm saying? New England hold this L, you know what I'm saying? But it was very sloppy. Man. We at first we came out guns blazing, and really it wasn't us or our offense. It did pretty good on that first possession. But Slay got that pick six, and I thought, oh yeah, we going mop these dudes off the floor, 41-0 off some Cowboy stuff. But yeah, once Mac Jones got it going, man, we could not stop Mac Jones. I mean, he threw for three touchdowns, and besides that pick, I mean, he did everything that he could do. I think going to that last possession for both of us, I see what we tried to do with wanting to close the game out. But at the same time, I feel like I'm always a fan of planting them deep and let them work for the yards rather than give them at midfield and then, let them score on us easily. Like, nah, like, how about you work for it, player? But at the same time, which contradicts my point, Mac Jones was on fire a little bit, so I can definitely see both sides. It's just, I would have just pinned them back deep, and like, the defensive coordinator has to dig in his bag and see, okay, what worked and what didn't work, and call those plays. And then obviously James Bradbury, it's Josh Jobe season. You know what I'm saying? Best corner in the game. Let me stop. I'm just playing. Josh Jobe, if you know me, I am a big fan of him. A nice physical corner. The problem is he's just very old, like 24 and 25 in year two. Doesn't really have a lot of wiggle room to really grow and develop. From Alabama, so I had to deal with him. Back I was a Georgia boy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think with the Eagles, it's a very short week for us. We gotta get back to it and see how we can defend the passing game versus the Vikings and Justin Jefferson without possibly James Bradbury, to see how we use possibly Kelly Ringo, Eli Ricks, Josh Jobe. Obviously Slay's going to be there, but they have Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson, not just Justin Jefferson. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. And our coverage safeties, obviously, can be questionable. Justin Evans at that wide open post route, and he was like the middle third, so definitely his fault. But I'm not going to go too crazy. We got the win. But besides that, man, this is going to be it for the week one. Some of my highlights. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we out, man. Peace.